In travel news for September 26, 2022, we have good news from Canada, an update on the French air traffic controller strike, and a hurricane update from the Caribbean and Florida. But before we begin, I'm Brandon with the Adept Traveler, and this is Today in Travel. To stay updated on travel news, tips, tricks, and other insights, which will help you to travel like an adept traveler, subscribe to our YouTube channel. We frequently release new content to keep you up to date on all things travel. It's official. The Prime Minister of Canada has announced that the government will end the pandemic-era vaccination, testing, and quarantine requirements for international travelers starting on October 1st. And that's not the only good news. The mask mandate will be removed for public transportation, which includes air travel. And there's good news for cruises departing from Canada. Travelers will no longer be required to provide proof of vaccination or a negative COVID test. Do keep in mind that that's the government lifting their requirement. A cruise line can still decide to require testing or proof of vaccination. Good news for those traveling in Europe. French air traffic controllers have called off a 3-day strike planned from September 28th through September 30th after a deal was reached. The 3-day strike was planned to follow a 1-day strike held on September 16th. An air traffic controller strike affects not only the entirety of France, but any airline looking to travel through French airspace, as well as other airlines that connect through a French airport. A 3-day strike would have been extremely disruptive in the region, but thankfully, this crisis has been averted. Days after Fiona left the Caribbean, a new hurricane is forming. Hurricane Ian has passed over the Cayman Islands and is intensifying to a Category 2 hurricane as it heads towards the western end of Cuba, which includes the capital city of Havana. Once it crosses into the Gulf of Mexico, the storm is expected to intensify to a Category 4 as it makes landfall with the western side of Florida. Both Tampa and Orlando are in the path of Ian. The storm is projected to move in a northern course into Georgia. If you plan on traveling to the Cayman Islands, Cuba, or really anywhere in Florida within the next week or two, including Disney World, I would strongly advise you to contact your travel advisor. Today in Travel is brought to you by The Adept Traveler, a travel agency that specializes in accessible travel. Our goal is to help all travelers, from the novice to the expert, from the able-bodied to the disabled, to travel well. Until next time, travel well, my friends.